Hi everyone, I'm going to wait a minute or two, see if anybody hops on. If not, I'm going to get started. We're going to talk about Mabon today. Hi Eva. Thank you. I've got my whole living room done for the ceiling done for the party. I've got a whole lot more to add. The ceiling things are one of my favorite things to do every year for Halloween. I'm super excited. I got my basement door there that's got a little thing on it. I'm definitely getting started. Hi, Jody. So if you see me moving around super stiff, I slept wrong and I've got a pulled muscle here and in my upper back and a little bit like right below my shoulder, so it sucks. It kind of hurts to breathe. It pulls right here on my neck, so I'm moving around a little stiff like. Thanks, guys. You won't regret it, Eva. I bought those on Amazon and they are relatively inexpensive. I've had a couple of the ladies, Serenity being one and Brittany Landon being another, who have purchased items off of the Samhain party list on Amazon and had it sent here. I've got stuff to make balloon arches. I'm super excited for this party. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, talk about Mabon, the autumn equinox. It runs from actually tomorrow, Wednesday, September 1st, through Thursday, September 29th. So it's quite a stretch for Mabon. It's named after the god of Welsh mythology, Mabon. He is the child of light and the son of the earth mother goddess Madrone. Excuse me. In addition, there is little evidence that Mabon was celebrated in Celtic countries, and the term Mabon was applied as recently as the 1970s, all part of the restructured paganism term. There's another point of perfect balance on the journey through the Wheel of the Year. Its counterpart, this is another point of perfect balance on the journey through the Wheel of the Year. Its counterpart being Ostara, or the spring equinox. Night and day are again of equal length and in perfect equilibrium. Dark and light, masculine and feminine, inner and outer are all in balance. But we are on the cusp of transition from now. The year begins to wane from the moment of darkness to defeat the light at this point. I kind of figured you were celebrating Ostara, Jody. Hi, Ronnie. I see you watching. Where'd I go? The cycle of the natural world is moving towards completion. The sun's power is waning, and from now on, the nights grow longer and the days are shorter and cooler. The sap of trees returns back to their roots deep in the earth, changing the green of summer to the fire of autumn, to the flaming reds, oranges, and golds. We are returning to the dark from whence we came. Before we do that, this is the second harvest, the fruit harvest, and the great feast of Thanksgiving. The goddess is radiant as harvest queen, and the god finally dies with his gift of pure love. With the cutting of the last grain, he will return. As the grain harvest is safely gathered in from llamas and reaches completion, we enjoy a harvest. We enjoy the abundance. Sorry, I keep losing my space in my notes. We enjoy the abundance of fruit and vegetables at this time. It is time to thank the waning sun for the wealth of harvest bestowed upon us. It sometimes seems that each festival requires the making of celebration and the giving of thanks, but this really is so. Each turn of the wheel brings both inner and outer gifts and insight. Hi, Tanessa. Mabon is a celebration and also a time of rest after the labor of the harvest. In terms of life paths, it is the moment of reaping what you have sown. Time to look at the hopes and aspirations of Imbolc and Ostara and reflect on how they have manifested. It's time to complete projects, to clear out and let go of that which no longer serves you, wanted or needed, as we prepare for descent, so that the winter can offer a time for reflection and peace. It is time to plant seeds of new ideas and hopes, which will lie dormant but nourished in the dark until the return of spring. Some symbols of Mabon would be the cornucopia. The cornucopia, or horn of plenty, is a traditional symbol for Mabon. It is a wonderful symbol for the wealth of harvest and is beautifully balanced symbol, which is both male and female. The apple is the symbol of the fruit harvest. The apple figures significantly in many sacred traditions. It is a symbol for life and immortality, for healing, renewal, regeneration, and for wholeness. It is associated with beauty, long life, and restored youth. You know what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. The Ogham name for apple is Quert, and Quert is the epitome of health and vitality. The apple is at the heart of the Ogham Grove and is the source of life. For pagans, apple contains a secret. Cut an apple widthways, and it reveals a pentagram containing seeds. It is a much-loved symbol of paganism. The 5 points represent the elements of earth, air, fire, water, with spirit at the very top, as we all know, and thus also the directions east, south, west, and north. A circle around the pentagram represents the eternal cycle of life and death and of wholeness. In ritual and ceremony, the pentacle corresponds to the element of earth. It is believed to be a protection against evil for both the person and the home, worn as an amulet or used to guard entrances to the home through windows and doors. That is another reason why when I'm performing, say hi to my husband. That's another reason why anytime I do magic, and I always cast a circle, because I have that in mind as what the circle around the pentagram symbolizes. The fact that it symbolizes an element, the element of earth as well, which is one of my favorite elements. And it's a symbol of protection for both myself and my home. Okay, so some of the colors of Mabon include but are not limited to green, reds, oranges, browns, red, yellow, gold, all of your typical fall colors. Hi, Crystal. About halfway done.
I'm holding a ransom for your kids' football.
He said he's holding a ransom for your kids' football, Crystal. The Mabon altar. Your altar should be dressed in the very best produce you can find from field, forest, and market, from your garden and from the wild. Apples, pears, damsons, sloes, rose hips, elderberries, blackberries, hawthorn berries, If you collect from the wild, don't be greedy. Always leave plenty of fruit and berries for the birds and wild creatures. Make an outdoor shrine for the nature spirits and thanks for the bounty they help to provide. Leave one of each flower, fruit, and vegetable that you have as a gift. That's pretty much what I have in as far as information on the Sabbat itself. I've got some things associated with the Sabbat for those of you who may be celebrating the Sabbat. Mine and Crystal's coven usually does the Sabbats, but with it being so close to Samhain and our meet for October, we're not doing a Mabon celebration this year. That might happen next year. Some magical areas to focus on for Mabon would be agriculture, community, family, harmony, grounding, honor, planning, public safety, and wisdom. Some suggested workings would be concentration and study, preparation, and transition. I think I've got the concentration and study covered for all y'all. Some deities associated with Mabon would be Demeter, Epona, Inanna, Juno, Minerva, Madrone, Persephone, Yamaya, Apollo, Dionysus, the Green Man, Hermes, Jupiter, Mabon, Thor, and Thoth. No worries, Jody. Have a good night. As I was saying earlier, the colors, I don't know why I put that in two spots. Greens, reds, orange, yellow, brown, gold. Can you think of any other fall colors that I'm missing? Various shades of browns. Various shades of all of those colors. Not so much your pale colors. You want the deep, dark colors of the browns, greens, oranges, reds, yellows. Some herbs, flowers, or trees associated would be acorns, bay, benzoin resin, echinacea, hyssop, ivy, myrrh, sage, Solomon's seal, tobacco, not tobacco out of a cigarette, actual tobacco, yarrow, ash tree, elder tree, maple tree, oak tree, carnation, chrysanthemum, marigold, and sunflower. Some crystals and stones, including but not limited to. All of these type of things are including but not limited to. You can find a bunch of other associations that can be used for Mabon with any of these, whether it be deities, colors, herbs, crystals, trees, flowers, foods, drinks, all of that. But three main ones are amber, golden topaz, and hematite. Some metals associated with Mabon are antimony, gold, and iron. Some animals, totems, and mythical creatures are the blackbird, the eagle, the goose, horses, owls, salmon, squirrels, and the stag. Symbols and tools would be cornucopias and baskets, effigies and scarecrows, garlands and wreaths. I know I'm going to butcher this word. Scythes, bowlings, and sickles. Scythes. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it anymore. Food and drink associated with Mabon. Apples, barley, bread, carrots, corn, gourds, grapes, melons, nuts, oats, onions, potatoes, rye, wheat, beer, cider, mead, water, and wine. Things that you can do for Mabon or in recognition of Mabon would be communal feasting, holding a dinner for your family or your friends, effigy burning, dancing, dunk tank games, music, parades, and target games. This is the time of year where a lot of places have their county fairs and so forth. So those are also something to consider doing with especially your little ones. this time of year before it starts getting cold and everybody's stuck inside because it's too cold to go out and do anything. And from everything I'm hearing, it's going to be a pretty shitty winter up around these parts. And then finally, the last thing I have is some acts of service. We should all do our part to donate our time to our community in one form or another, whether it be food drives, nursing home and hospice visits, cleaning up parks and alongside the highways, picking up the litter, public school service and booster projects, veterans care, litter pickup in your community. Go through your cupboards and find maybe some canned goods or some dry goods that may have been sitting in the back of your cabinet for a little while that are not expired, that maybe you just want to get rid of or you lost the taste for. Donate them to the food pantries in your area. Get in touch with United Way. Find out if there's different ways that you can help your community I know, especially this time of year, a lot of food banks have drives to put together meals to help the needy families for like Thanksgiving. They will either give them vouchers or provide all the things that you need to make a Thanksgiving dinner. Volunteer at any one of the food banks or hot meal places around the area. I know hunger is a serious issue, not just here but all over the world, and if there's any way that you can help contribute to maybe, I wouldn't say helping to end world hunger, but putting some food in somebody's mouth so they don't get sick or they don't die of starvation, anything like that. I strongly encourage anybody and everybody who is willing and able to do so. It doesn't have to be a monetary type of donation. Just dropping off some food, dropping off old clothes. Wintertime's coming. There's homeless out there who have nowhere to go. If you've got some old socks, long sleeve shirts, coats, blankets, any type of stuff like that. And not just for people either. You can donate to your local animal shelters, the Humane Society, all of the non-profit organizations out there that need assistance with taking care of all of the pets that get abandoned or dropped off to them. Give back to your community, essentially, is what I'm saying. In any way that you are able to do so. I personally plan to go through my cupboards again and my closets. Ever since I got fat, most of my winter clothes are not going to fit me, so I'm going to have to get rid of them and buy some new clothes. So I will be donating the clothes that aren't fitting anymore. My husband will be doing the same. So that's what I have for you guys. Obviously, every single time. Speaking of the Sabbats, Samhain, I have done the Sabbat series ever since we started Unseen, and when we had our previous learning group, I had done the Sabbat series as well. Awesome, Tanessa. I'm glad to hear that. When I do the Samhain live in October, which will be October 30th, I've already posted the event for it. That will be the last of the Sabbat series. I am going to try to think of something that I would be able to do, possibly maybe for next year at the Sabbat. I will go live and we will assemble an altar for each of the Sabbats for next year. So that way we can still talk about and honor the Sabbats as a group. You guys can get some ideas on what you can do to decorate your altar for the season, for the Sabbat, whether you celebrate the Sabbats or you don't. It's one of those interactive live type things. And as always, I have a book suggestion. This is the Mabon book out of the Sabbat series from Llewellyn Publications. I love these books. If you don't have them, I suggest getting all of them if the Sabbats and the Wheel of the Year are something that you you celebrate and you observe. So that's all I've got for you guys. If nobody's got any questions, I am going to hop off of here, put some heat on this muscle over here. And I will see you all on Saturday at noon for my next live. It's just a mini live, so it's not going to be a very long one. So I will see you all then. I hope you guys have a great night. Blessed be, ladies.